today, trying to push their team to victory. It's the Bengals going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 match.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Dez Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
Another carry for the rookie Elliott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Adam Jones is a really talented cornerback who's having a career renaissance.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go!
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Bryant with a catch right side. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So they're operating in the red zone, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope. The good things are in store here today.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First and 10 for Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Dalton here from the gun. And incomplete to open things up. Okay, we get a glance now at the starting lineup offensively for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Tyler Boyd out of Pitt, one of my favorite receivers in the 2016 draft. The only thing he didn't have, long speed. Really runs about the mid 4.5, maybe a 4.6 guy, but smart, understands the passing game very well, and doesn't drop anything.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Two yards to go here on third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They run. It's Hill. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Wow. That one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. Green with a catch left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Dalton gives to Bernard, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Here's Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
On second down, Prescott again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake here on first down. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Prescott to throw it, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A first-time Pro Bowler in 2015, Sean Lee, in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second down, Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
throwing. Dalton. Flushed out right. On the right side, caught by Green. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Another chance for Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
This will be Dalton again. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tyrone Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 4. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. They send Green to the left on his own. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Prescott on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Man open left side. It's Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott going right side. He has Winton. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Throwing, Prescott. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Bengals will get the football back. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down following the run. Again, here's Bernard. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the grab by Croft. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Rolling to his left. His throw incomplete. Jeremy Hill there was the intended target. And it's third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Green with a catch left side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here we go.
On second down, Prescott again. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Prescott on first down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Now whistles come in. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the... touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Flush to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 30 yards there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. He's going to look deep down the field. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And now here come the Cowboys. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be a second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And look at what we just see there.
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Here we go. Brad 38.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
So disappointing there for a defensive unit. You hold them to a fourth down in their own territory, you figure you've gotten yourselves off the field, and all of a sudden, here's the offense staying out to go for it. And they wind up getting a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. They come out here in the eye. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's caught at the 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They come out with 1 back and 3. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
Pardon me, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. It's the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive.
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A second down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Third and one, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Play clock winding down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to work. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They run with a fullback, Smith. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. To throw is Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati. Now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rolando McClain in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Second down, Dalton. Green with a catch left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. They look to throw on third with Dalton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A first down throw coming for Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Throwing here, Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's brought. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the I. Looking to throw. Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Let's go!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On third down, Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cowboys, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.